This is from C.S. Lewis. These two guys, Jared Tolkien and Lewis, there's a great story between them. But this comes not from C.S. Lewis' most famous work, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and the Narnia series, which are incredible books as well. But this comes from my favorite book, The Great Divorce. This is a book where C.S. Lewis tries to help us picture what happens after we die. He does it in such an incredible way. And we get this quote happening as people are experiencing what kind of the beginning experience of heaven is all about. He says this, "Say of some temporal suffering," in other words, the sadness that we experience every day, "no future bliss can make up for this." In other words, nothing in the future could make anything we're experiencing better, right? The sadness we're experiencing now, the pain that we're experiencing, nothing that happens in the future could make up for it. Not knowing that heaven, once attained, will work backward and turn even that agony into a glory. What he's saying here is that no matter what you're experiencing today, no matter what sadness is happening now, don't lose hope. You may be tempted to think that whatever you're going through, the weariness that you're experiencing will just not get better, and that it's not going to mean anything, that it's all meaningless. That is not true. C.S. Lewis reminds us that once we see this life from the side of heaven, once we see God at work, we will start to understand how He is working through the suffering, how He is working through the times when you feel like you have nothing to give to this world. He is at that moment working through you to bring the goodness of His kingdom to actually happen in this world. He is working backwards so that He will even turn agony into His glory. That is incredible. That gives us meaning and hope in every situation. No matter what you are feeling right now, no matter how deep into this pandemic bubble you are feeling, how surrounded and isolated you feel, how restricted you feel. Maybe you're on the other end where you just want to be out doing everything that you possibly can. You feel restricted by the things that are happening, and it makes you angry and frustrated. Remember that the sufferings you're experiencing now, God is using for His purposes to bring goodness through His kingdom. Think about that. The suffering that you're experiencing, the pain, the frustration, you don't have to sit in that. You don't have to wallow in it. You don't have to feel hopeless in it, because God is still with you. He is still working through you. You are still valuable. What He has worked in you already is coming to fruition now. His kingdom is being made real in you. If we can only get our heads out of the sadness, if we can only see that no matter what is happening, Jesus loves us, He's at work within us, and He gives us victory. He gives us His victory.